Good day everyone. Today I will continue the report of Miss Jamad in which he tackled about the magazine. So, my topic is all about popular music. What is popular music? So, popular music is any commercially oriented music and principally intended to be received and appreciated by the wide range audience or generally in literate technologically advanced societies that is dominated by the urban culture. So, popular music until recently, 7 years ago, pop music in the Philippines was definitely American. There was popular music earlier such as condiments, sarsuelas, love songs, street songs, children's nonsense songs, and although some of these actually found their way into records, they were not sung on vaudeville stages or spun out on the airlines. So during this time, after the American regime, they have given us the different kinds of music that have been known, such as the condiments, in which it is traditionally means in the Philippines is serenade songs or yung mga kantang pangharana, that is condiments, and as well as this from the Spanish traditional, in which the intentions of that song is to, or the lyrics of the songs is all about comedy. And of course, we all know love songs in children's songs and the street songs. So, even the nationalism and activism of the late 60s and early 70s did not change the steady diet of American pop rock and Broadway on the airlines, TV variety shows, and stage shows. Although they did aroused in interest in the old Philippine songs, which were sometimes rewarded to suit new condition. So we all know that nationalists or nationalisms, they are the one who fought for the freedom of the Filipinos during the American regime. So they did not exchange the steady diet of American pop rock and Broadway on the airlines, not all, because we all know hindi lamang nila tinitingnan ng isang kolonisasyon sa Pilipinas bilang masamang the negative impact, in which they also tinitingnan din nila ang magandang naidulot ng kolonisasyon ng Amerika, because during the American time they came that brought blues, folk, R&B, and rock and roll music, in which it is also part of their curriculum, the music, in which these developed the Filipinos skills in music, that they used these skills to imitate the Western music. Next is in 1973. However, Joey Smith and his Juan de la Cruz band experimented with what later came to be called Pinoy rock. The sound was heavy, Western rock, but the lyrics were in Filipino and pleaded for our own music. So in 1973 or the early 70s, in which the Joey Smith and Juan de la Cruz band, they are the first who experimented is music which is called the Pinoy rock, in which that songs ang kantang na kanilang nagawa ay pinamagatang Ang Himig Natin, in which it is intended to let the time para ipakita sa panahon na yan na kinakailangan na meron tayong sariling mga musika. And that Ang Himig Natin or our melody that is composed by the Joey Smith and the Juan de la Cruz band is the first Pinoy rock music that is made in the Philippines. And soon came a group called the Hot Dog, with a slowed down, melodious beat and a hit with the title in Taglish, First Love, in which it is the lyrics in Taglish and colloquial Tagalog. So, 'di ba? Makikita natin in 1973 sa banda ni na Joey Smith and the Juan de la Cruz Band, ang kanta nila ay purong rock, Pinoy rock. Pero paglipas ng panahon kung saan natuklasan na ang Hot Dog na banda ay opposites ang kanilang kanta sa kanta ng Juan de la Cruz Band, because the Hot Dog songs, the Hot Dog Band and their songs are more on slowed music and melodious beat. Next is when serious poet Rolando Tino translated an album of American songs into Filipino for singer Celeste Legazpi, producing songs so beautiful the same newly composed the Pinoy trend was on. So, after that, we all know that Rolando Tino is the well-known poet. Diba? Kilala natin siya bilang isang tanyag na manunulat ng tula. And Rolando Tino, during the American time, he translated a album from America that is entitled, or the album named after Celeste Legazpi, surrendered Celeste Legazpi in 1976. So his album, or the translated album from America, was named after Celeste Legazpi as Celeste on 1976. The Broadcast Media Council gave the spontaneous movement a boost by requiring each radio station to play at least 3 Filipino songs every hour, or an indication of how much American music was being played. So during that time, the Broadcast Media Council inilunsad nila na kinakailangan sa panahon na yun ng lahat ng mga stasyon ng radyo ay dapat magpapatugtog ng mga kantang Pilipino katumbas kung ilang beses sila nagpapatugtog ng kantang Amerikano. So if ever one specific radio station is nagpapatugtog siya sa isang araw ng 3 kantang Amerikano, kinakailangan din na tumbasan ito ng 3 kantang Pilipino. And some radio stations responded by having all Filipinos programs, and suddenly Pinoy pop had arrived, aided by prizes and contests for performers, lyricists, and etc. And especially by the Metro Manila Pop Song Festival with its generous prizes for winning songs. So, due to that requirements for each radio stations, not only that they play music at least 3 every hour, but also they responded that kind of rules in a way of nagbibigay sila ng premyo sa mga taong for example ang kanyang kanta ay hit or naging tanyag, so binibigyan nila ng prize or premyo ang isang singer or composer or ang isang manunulat ng kanta bilang pagpapakilala na naging tanyag ang kanyang ginawa. And one of these programs or organization is the Metro Manila Pop Song Festival, in which they've given a lot of prizes to the people during that time, and one of these is Cynthia Garcia, Janet Basco, Freddie Aguilar, Imelda Papin, Haji Alejandro, and Celeste Legazpi, Nanette Inventor, Marcris Bermont, Rex de Mavivas, and many more. So we have seen here I have mentioned Celeste Legazpi. So during that time, Celeste Legazpi is a well-known singer that became dahil sa kanyang kagalingan sa pagkanta na rendered or na ipangalan sa kanya ang isang album na ginawa ni or isinalin ni Rolando Tino. A phenomenal untrained composer-singer, Freddie Aguilar went international with Anak, in which musicologists saw beneath the folk beats strain of indigenous pre-Hispanic music. So we also know that Freddie Aguilar is one of the Metro Manila pop performer who won who won prize for his song. And during that time he composed Anak. We all heard the Anak song of Freddie Aguilar, in which it is intended to awaken the mind of their children or the young peoples to the sacrifices of their parents, in which the songs contain the Filipinos way of taking care their children and how the children reciprocates that sacrifice. So next is, at the present, the only thing truly Filipino about Pinoy rock is its lyrics. The music is still heavily derivative of American pop, folk, and rock, but the words have begun to be eloquent about Filipino life and concerns, critical about society, people and mores, and prophetic even. So, sinasalaysay dito na kung saan sa panahon ng kasulukuyan ay ang natitirang naging nagpapakilala sa isang kantang Pinoy ay ang kanya lang liriko or the lyrics only, because ginagamit pa rin natin or tinatangkilik pa rin natin sa panahon ngayon kung paano tumutugtog or what is the tune, the tune and the beats of the American music, kung papaano ginagawa ng mga Amerikano ang kanilang kanta ay tinatangkilik pa rin natin. Next is, having found a steadier base for his identity, many a musician is wandering further backwards and exploring native rhythms and instruments with which to support the Filipino sensibility he sings about. So, during that time, ang nagpapanatili lamang sa mga identidad ng isang musikero ay ang kanilang identidad ng kanta ng isang musikero ay ang kanilang wandering further backwards, or tinitingnan nila kung ano ang mga kanta noong unang panahon na bago pa tayo naging kolonisasyon ng ibang bansa. And through that, they support the Filipino sensibility. Being so young a field, most of the research literatures on the pop music consist of short pieces in weekly magazines and the dailies. So, kadalasan sa kanila kadalasan noong unang panahon ang kanilang mga kanta ay makikita lamang sa mga magazines, kung saan hindi buong kanta or buong na-compose na kanta ang kanilang inilalagay doon, kundi parang isang stanza lamang ng kanta ang kanilang nilalagay sa isang magazine. And the Jingle magazine, devoted to all types of popular music, has been publishing news and commentary on Philippine pop music since 1973. So 1973, the Jingle magazine have doon na nagiging devoted to all types of popular music, in which they publish some news about the music of that certain composers or the certain singers. Then, however, serious scholarly attention is now being devoted to it by a musicologist and composer Felipe De Leon Jr., the music critic Ana Lea De Leon, and singer and literature scholar Teresita G. Mercedes. So, they are these three composers, or the music critic and the three persons I have mentioned earlier, are the musicologists. Musicologist is what we called on the persons who are devoted to music, or they are the one who make music, or composers or writers in that specific music. So they are called musicologists if they are. Next is, these have spearheaded the formation of a circle of music critics, which aims to devote serious study to popular Filipino music and to disseminate this study through lectures and articles. So through that, dahil dyan, nagiging developed pa ang formasyon ng isang musika by the critics, 'di ba? Kapag may pumupuna sa iyong kanta, ay mas magiging tanyag pa ito sapagkat inaayos, and you will be more serious in creating such specific Filipino music that will be popular in the country. And